Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in. This is Collective Readings with me, Jazz. Today's collective reading is going to be a general read for September vibes. Okay? What you need to know for September. What's the message for you for September? Hopefully this brings you clarity. If you need a one-on-one reading with me, I am available. All of that information will be in the description box below. Vibe with me. Let's see what it is. Let's tap into the collective energy. What do you need to know for September? You can follow me on Instagram. I do have Instagram specials on discounted prices for readings. Post pick a card readings on my story, and I go live from time to time. So you can follow me there. But let's get into this collective reading. Okay. What do you need to know for September? What is the vibe for September? What do you need to know? What do you need to know right now? Okay. This card is flew out. We'll take them. I'll do another one and then I'll build on the energy. Just one more. Okay, well, a few more came out. Okay. Do you see some healing? So this healing could be mental, physical, spiritual. Emotional. For some of you, you could be healing from a loss, overcoming a loss, feeling trapped, feeling caged in mentally, physically, depleted. For some of you, you could be trying to figure out what's next, where are you headed, and trying to just figure it out as you go. King of Wands is, trailblazing, right? Figuring things out, making something out of nothing. Very creative, is able to, start from scratch. if needed, right? But with this Ace of Wands in reverse, I kind of feel like, you know, there could be some type of blockage there. Maybe you don't know where you're going. Maybe you're a little, you know, stagnant when it comes to moving by your passions. Maybe figuring out what you're passionate for could be significant. But let me start here. Eight of Swords is saying isolation, feeling trapped, restricted, backed into a corner, hands tied, victimized, paralyzed by fear, terror, anxiety, feeling pressure, hopeless and helpless, powerless, silence, crisis. So if you're going through any of those things, and this could be past energy, maybe you're overcoming that, maybe you're dealing with that, either that loss or coming out of like feeling trapped or restricted or bound or binded, you know, by something. And this could be mentally, physically, spiritually. You know, maybe you recognize things that hold you captive, regardless if it's the way you think, other people, things you say, things people say. Maybe you recognize what was holding you back, right? And coming out of that, trying to come out of that. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini could be significant. August could be significant. Temperance card is next. It says balance, peace, patience, moderation, inner calm, perspective, tranquility, harmonious relationships, soulmate, serenity. So for some of you, you could be coming into contact with this type of energy, be it friends, lovers, family, whatever. You finding balance, you finding strength. This can also be reconciliation with yourself, healing yourself, emotional healing, finding balance in everything. Maybe praying for balance is significant. Four of Swords comes next. And this is Sagittarius energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Aries. Did I say Leo, Virgo, Aries? Virgo could be significant. However, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I know we are in Virgo season, so, you know, this could be a really tough time for some of you, especially if you are, you know, healing from a loss or healing from something that really hurt you emotionally, or mentally, physically. But it says finding mental strength, awakening, rejoining the world, coming out of isolation. So for some of you, maybe you are, you know, no longer boxed in or not feeling boxed in, or maybe you are finding the strength to release yourself. Maybe you had to go through something, you know, and now you're able to be free from it. So I feel like this is signs that you will be coming out of something. However, you could be triggered. You could be, you know, going back and forth or still triggered, because this card is making me feel like, you know, there's something there that is blocking. And it could be just inner, like afraid to take charge, but wanting to take charge. So it's kind of like balancing between these two opposite energies, because I feel like these two are canceling them out. If you're given an opportunity, knowing how to move accordingly, like if you're being passed a baton, right? Or maybe opportunities don't come for you and you try to figure out how to, you know, move forward on your own for some of you. But you know, coming out of this funk could be the vibe for September. Ace of Wands is in reverse. Maybe you don't have the energy, you lack motivation, you lack sexual desire, your sexual drive could be significant for some of you. But it says hesitant, missed opportunities, wasted talent, potential infertility. If you're going through any of that and trying to find healing, and even if you're, trying to process whatever it is, healing from that, able to move on from that, right? It could have trapped you mentally where you're just like blaming yourself, trying to put blame on yourself. Sometimes things are out of your control, right? For some of you, you could be dealing with someone that feels like they're missed opportunity on having children, or taking initiative in work, career, passions. For some of you, you could have been in a place of healing that could have, like, maybe you felt like it could have took you out, especially mentally. Like a mental prison could be significant in moving on from that. King of Wands, it says energetic, experienced, optimistic, confident, strong, friendly, funny, charming, way with words, fearless, free thinking, motivated, action oriented, proud, passionate, honest. So I feel like you coming out of whatever this was got you in this position where you're able to see the broader picture. Maybe you're reflecting, looking back at all of this on this high pedestal, and you're looking back and seeing what you've overcame. No opportunities, going through some shit people didn't know about, trying to find peace, locked up, however you were locked up. If you were, in the house all day, not going out, focusing on your mental, or trying to figure it out mental and finding balance, and now you're coming out on top, or you will be. Or use whatever this is to keep moving forward. I know it's easier said than done, but King of Wands, they take action. Whatever the action that they need to take, they're taking action. They're doing what they need to do. Like, I feel like despite all of these cards that are kind of like you coming out of something, like, either you're doing this work to create the balance, or something is doing the work for you. The overall energy, it says moving forward, moving on, accepting help, healing, forgiveness, rejoining the world. So this rejoining the world came out twice. So if you're coming out of some type of mourning period, even if you battle depression, right? Maybe you battle depression and it gets you exhausted where you just lose track of where you're going, where you're headed, right? And you're just trying to find something that you're passionate about, trying to follow your passions, your dreams, your ambitions. This is a very ambitious person that, keeps going. They keep going. They figure it out. They keep moving forward. If you're coming out of that, it could be tough for some. However, you make something out of nothing. That's what you do. And I know it's like easier said than done, but if you are looking back and you are in this position of taking your career to the highest heights, moving forward, people are inspired by your past. You can look back and be inspired from where you came from, and really look back like, wow, I made it through this because of, nobody had to give me opportunities. I created them. I didn't want to get out of bed, but I got up because I had to force myself to get up and go to work. I had to find peace and balance because I was stuck in whatever relationship, whatever job, whatever situation. I had to make it you know, I had to snap out of it. I had to do what I had to do to, you know, like this is that type of energy where someone is looking back and reflecting of over what they came. Or if you're stuck in this, figure it out. You can figure it out. You can figure out your next step. Even if you don't feel like you have help, you can ask for help, and that help will line up how it needs to accordingly. Because some of you, if it's all in your mind, you're going to figure out ways to declutter your mind. If it's spiritual, you're going to figure out ways to get spiritually aligned, balanced, harmony, finding peace, looking at things from a different perspective. You know, sometimes life throws curveballs, but you have to figure out how to maneuver with that. Especially if, you know, you feel like there's missed opportunities. Another opportunity will come, or you create one. Okay, let's see what else comes out for September. What is the vibe for September? What do we need to know for September? So it could be, you know, in a high ranking position, or you meet a mentor or inspirational person that speaks on where they were, and maybe that inspires you to come out, find balance. For some of you, this could be the person that you're dealing with. Maybe they inspire you or motivate you. They encourage you. They give you confidence, or this is the energy that you have. You know, somebody with a plan and a vision. Someone that executes, someone that has great ideas on how to be, you know, an innovator. Somebody that can execute, and they're passionate about what they do. They may have their moments where they're like down and out, but they know how to get out of it. They know how to get themselves out. Or this is, you know, this is you. Let's see what else comes out for September. So find balance the best way you can. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. I knew I was feeling some type of Virgo energy. But Virgo could be significant. Take time to breathe out. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah, so your dedication. How bad do you want something could be tested. Overall energy is show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. So January, February could be significant. August, September could be significant. The 14th, the 8th, the 4th, the 1st could be significant. January, February, May, June, September, October, December, November, March, April, July, August, November, December could be significant. But I feel like if you are having to push yourself forward, motivating yourself, encouraging yourself, like being authentically you can be significant, you know. Finding balance, especially if you are dealing with some type of hurt, pain, depression, sadness, lack of motivation. Maybe you procrastinate, hesitant for whatever reason. If your energy goes up and down, your mental goes up and down, I feel like if you are battling that, encouraging yourself, motivating yourself, maybe affirmations, you know, you are good enough. Maybe during this timing, You need to do self-love, self-care, especially if you are feeling alone and you have to resurface for whatever reason, from, you know, a bereavement, mourning a loss of someone, loss of yourself, loss of something, leaving something behind, you know. But take time to breathe out, especially if, you know, if you suffer panic attacks, or you have high anxiety, high worries, maybe you overthink. Breathe. For some of you, if your commitment is being tested, you know, maybe, you know, you dealing with someone who is a little promiscuous, and if they are being tested because they don't want to feel trapped for whatever reason, right? Maybe they're seeing a different perspective. Maybe somebody's perspective is changing. If your perspective is changing when it comes to, you know, your passions, your desires, your sexual appetite, you know, that could be significant. Maybe you're moving on from that. Maybe you're no longer into what you're into, for some of you. Yeah, want to test my love for you. You are being tested. Committed. Your commitment is being tested. So for some of you, if you're looking back like, oh man, you know, I used to be this way and now I want something more. You're more mature when it comes to, you know, controlling yourself. Self-control could be significant. For some of you, you know, if it's like dealing with a sexual soul tie, maybe you are more mindful of who you share your energy with. But show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. So, you know, you could be maybe opening up, more social, going places, going out, now that you're coming out of whatever funk you were in. This could be social media, this could be just going out, letting people see the authentic side of you. And this could be, you know, like I said, somebody that is a motivator, somebody that could be like a motivational speaker, maybe talking about the things that you went through and how you got where you are, how far you came. And this could be, you know, you just being real with yourself and others. You know, I would say don't let someone probably tell you about your past. Maybe you are being tested on whatever you did in the past, and it's kind of like, you know, you have to tell yourself that, hey, you are good enough despite whatever happened in the past, right? Maybe seeing how far you came from something or overcame. Maybe you are not even focused on the bad. You're just like, man, I got it. I'm here. I'm still here. Like, now you're motivating yourself. Maybe your past failures or your past losses is motivating you, and that is what's keeping your vision, keeping your fire, keeping you excited for the next step, ready to take the next step. Like, you keep moving forward despite whatever happens. You keep moving forward. Like, you're balanced. Like, you're able to find peace. You have to find peace in the midst of all this stuff that you had to go through. So September is going to be a lot of you doing things for you, what makes you feel good. You know, for some of you, it could be with other people. You know, some people are probably trying to see if you will be there for them in the time of their needs, or maybe you are seeing if people will be there for you in the time of your needs. But showing the world the real you, being as real as you can possibly be, authentic as possible you can be. You know, especially if you are meeting new people now, going out and you are the life of the party, because this is like the life of the party. Maybe you have great stories, maybe you entertain, you're funny, you're charismatic. You know, if I don't know, it's like you know how to lead people, lead a conversation. You take initiative. Maybe in the past you missed a lot of opportunities because you restricted yourself and you didn't get out there, you didn't show people your personality, or you felt like you couldn't show people your personality for whatever reason, if you were going through something at that time. But I feel like for some of you, the King of Wands, this could be you or somebody else in your energy, or someone that you meet that could be like the life of the party. You know, maybe they tell you a little bit about their past. Maybe you're intrigued to see where they came from, how they got where they are, the status that they have. You know, for some of you, this could be you being more creative. Maybe you make jokes about the past. Maybe you laugh at your pain. I don't know. You know, or maybe you laugh because you're seeing things in a different light, a different perspective. You know, for some of you. Okay, let's see. Let's go into love. Let's go into love. What do you need to know for September regarding love? What do you need to know? Love and relationships. So I can see what else when I'm building on this. So if this is your person, your husband, your boyfriend, your co-worker, your boss, whatever, if this is you, you know, this could be you or another person that you could be dating, dealing with, that's your energy. I just want to see what it is so I can get more information on this general. Because I feel like this is just self, like inner work, doing inner work, or bossing up, leveling up, being tested and having to level up after a challenge, feeling challenge and overcoming challenges. And that could be personal, mental. Wedding is in reverse. Okay, it says this situation involves a marriage. For some of you, maybe, you know, you're avoiding that, or that is the topic, or, you know, your relationship didn't head that way. I don't know. Heart-to-heart conversations, it says honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So for some of you, if they are holding you accountable for whatever past, maybe you were a cheater and, you know, or you was promiscuous, or, you know, they're blaming you for whatever, or you're blaming yourself for whatever. Maybe having heart-to-heart conversations. Maybe this is somebody that is divorced or going through a divorce, going through a breakup, a separation. And this could be someone who was actually married, thinking about marrying this person, wanted to marry this person. A wedding could be significant. Maybe having a heart-to-heart conversations about not attending a wedding or calling off a wedding. Maybe someone is just not feeling motivated. They probably want to be single. New love. This one flew out in reverse. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This is in reverse, and it kind of fell on this Ace of Wands. So that's what I was feeling earlier. Maybe you're not really, you don't have a sexual appetite right now. Maybe you are just like, no, dealing with whatever you have to deal with. Maybe you broke up with someone and it kind of made you go down this path of deep healing emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. Okay. Yeah. Codependency. Maybe someone is realizing the person that they were with was more so keeping them stuck, keeping them trapped. Maybe it was built on codependencies. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So yeah, it could be a sexual addiction, you know, maybe depleting yourself, a workaholic, doing too much, overextending yourself. You know, codependency could be you attaching yourself to people or things, situations, places, whatever, and needing them, feeling like you need them. Maybe this is someone was being codependent towards you. Maybe that's why you were feeling stuck. Maybe you are single or enjoying your singleness. Engagement, this is in reverse. It says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So for some of you, maybe you are not trying to be in a relationship. Maybe you want to be free. Maybe you're working on yourself. You know, maybe you are seeing, maybe for some of you, maybe you are not feeling like having a sexual appetite because maybe people use you for sex, or you feel like they are, and you're just like, no, I need to focus on me. I feel stuck. I feel trapped. I don't even want to have sex. But you know you are very sexual attraction. Well, shit, maybe somebody's just really sexually attracted to you, or you bring that desire, that passion into them, and because you feel like that's all they want you for, you're just like, nah, I'm cool. And you're very clear on who, maybe you're being mindful on who you exchange energy with now. Maybe you are holding yourself. Celibacy, abstinence could be significant, but soulmate came out in reverse. It says, yes, this is your soulmate. So for some of you, maybe you had to go through a breakup or a situation with someone to realize like, oh, this was all codependent. This is not my soulmate. This is not the person I want to marry. This is not the person I want to be with. I'm going to focus on myself and my career. I'm a boss up. I'm not going to hold myself back. You know, because you could have been stuck in a relationship and, you know, somebody probably was very codependent, or you were realizing some codependencies, because there's some type of an awakening that someone is happening. Something is happening. I don't know. Something happened where some type of awakening happening. If this is happening right now, hopefully you get through it, because I feel like this is someone who is just barely understanding some type of something in their life right now. So they're having an awakening moment to some, like, oh, this is not the person I need to be with. This is not what I need to be doing. This is not, like, taking a different path, creating a different path. Maybe after a depression spout, something open their eyes, or open your eyes, or it's gonna be an eye opener. Maybe you're realizing, maybe you don't want to be married. Maybe you don't want to be engaged. Maybe you're trying to find yourself, or find your passions, or focus on your career. Maybe you're not interested in love and relationships and sex and finding your soulmate. You're not interested in that because maybe you feel like that is just creating codependencies instead of healthy attachments. So maybe you're realizing the difference between healthy attachments and codependencies, and maybe having a heart-to-heart conversation. Somebody is just like not listening, not trying to hear it, and they're focused on other things. But you know, maybe somebody is codependent. Maybe this is a parent, or someone with children. And somebody's sitting by themselves, doing the inner work, realizing like, man, this is addicting. I was addicted to their sex, or they were addicted to mine. I was addicted to their energy. They were addicted. I felt trapped, or whatever. And then they're realizing something. They're like, damn, sitting by themselves alone, and says, you won't break my soul. So I don't know, maybe somebody felt depleted with this person, attached to this person, where they're releasing themselves, or realizing what is keeping them stuck, and now they're ready to move on. They're ready to come out. They're ready to you know, either detach themselves or just move forward, move on. They're no longer attracted to the things that was attractive. They have a different perspective now. Or this is you, or this is somebody else. Somebody probably doesn't even feel like the passion is so gone where they don't even think you're their soulmate, or you don't think this is your soulmate anymore. Because you realize it was just a codependency attachment for some of you. Maybe you're being more mindful of, trusting what you feel. Maybe you're looking for a spark, looking for a passion, and there's no spark, there's no passion. But you're steady trying to find it, right? And this could be anything within love, within career, within yourself. So finding your passions, finding your desires. I feel like for some of you, it's going to be when you are feeling most creative. Maybe your motivation, how you motivate yourself or feel motivated or inspired, your inspiration, your aspirations to be significant as well. Maybe you want something that brings you like fire and desire. Healing family issues. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So for some of you, this could be, a family dynamic, or realizing, issues that you needed to heal within yourself due to family or lack of family. Maybe forgiving a parent could be significant. Maybe you're looking back and seeing your maybe you realizing, something from your past could be significant. Could be childhood wounds. Maybe childhood wounds created you to be codependent or to recognize codependencies, and you're just like, yeah, I already know what type of attachment this is. It's just sexual, and it is what it is. And you recognize that, but somebody doesn't, and somebody's just staying attached to you. Or you feel that way, or someone feels that way. Or sex and children was the only attachment for some of you. Maybe you realize that, and maybe that, maybe there is a divorce or calling off an engagement, and there is like, this could be a father, masculine energy, maybe despite whatever you're going through, if you had to go to jail, or you feel like you was locked up, or you had to make something out of nothing. Maybe you are looking back, maybe somebody felt like they were trapped in a family dynamic. Could be 2 children, could be significant. But maybe your children are forgiving you, or you're forgiving your parents. Maybe your focus is on your children, healing family. Maybe you're not worried about being in a relationship. You'll just focus on your children. These 2 cards is what I'm looking at. Maybe there's some person that's still attached to you, and you're just like, you just want to focus on the children. Focus on your career, focus on the children. I feel like for some of you, if you are a single parent and the other parent and you guys split up time, I feel like the children loves you both equally. They do yearn for one of you. So hugging could be significant, or like a miss you, embrace, or when it's time for them to leave, they don't want to leave. Could be some type of hesitancy. Maybe having a heart-to-heart conversation on where children will be. Maybe you guys are planning who's going to keep the children. For some of you, if you could be dealing with a deadbeat in the past, or someone that has traits of a deadbeat, but I feel like they're coming out of that. Maybe they're trying to be the best father, the best mother. You know, they have to get themselves together. Their commitment is being tested. Maybe, you know, maybe they dipped out a lot, you know. Maybe they needed to recharge. Okay. It says past life. Children came out in reverse. Pay attention to the red flags. So you have known each other before. So this could be somebody from your past, or it feels like, you know, you guys had a connection in the past. Children came out in reverse. It says your love life is being affected by children. So the way I take this card is, you know, you don't have to worry about the children being, you know, an issue, regardless if you have children or not, right? If you do not have children, maybe you're able to just, you know, focus on other things. However, if you're dealing with somebody that has children, the children is not going to be an issue in your love life. The children are taken care of by the parents, you know. However, for those that are, because I know infertility came out, so if you are not able to have children, you know, maybe mourning that loss, you're overcoming that, or, you know, having that heart-to-heart conversation with your person regarding children. But it says pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So whatever signs that you see, you know, you need to pay attention. Calling in my soulmate, calling in your soulmate is overall energy. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you two together. So if you're with somebody or just broke up with someone that you feel like this is not my person, I had to do whatever time I had to do with them to realize it's just a codependency attachment, this job, this whatever, you know, and you're looking for something more, looking for something better. I feel like, you know what it is. This could be someone who probably didn't want children, or wanted children and you didn't want children. Someone that wanted to be engaged or you didn't want to be engaged, or a marriage that was called off. Somebody that you thought you would marry, but you realize, like, no, I dodged a bullet type of thing. And this is not to trigger anyone to feel like, oh, I was not good enough. You are good enough. However, sometimes it's just not meant to be with that person. And that's fine. You take those experiences, you learn from them, you grow, and you move on. And I feel like that's what this type of relationship may be, or feeling reflection, what is to come may be for some of you. And that's fine, because you're calling in your soulmate, you're praying, you're looking for whatever you're looking for, and what you're looking for, it may come. Because I do feel like this card here makes me think of this angel. The Temperance card was an angel pouring those 2 cups. There's an angel here behind you, backing you up. So I don't know, maybe you want somebody from your past. Maybe somebody from your past comes through, and, you know, they come in right when you start praying. I don't know. Every time you pray, they pop up. I don't know. But pay attention to the red flags. Let's see what else comes out. see what else comes out. It's 4-4-4-4. So stability could be significant. Getting stable, finding stability, looking at things in a more stable way. You know, it's kind of like, what do you bring to the table? Well, let me figure that out. But as I figure it out, let me get myself together. Let me look at what I'm passionate about. Let me go where I feel motivated, where I feel that energy spark, and not even tripping on missed opportunities, because what's meant for me is meant for me. That's the type of energy that I'm getting here. And some of you, you're looking for passion. You're looking for something, and this person from the past, or this person that feels like you've known them before, there's passion between you guys. Maybe something like passion because of codependencies and depleting your energy. Maybe you were depressed with this person, or this person was making you depressed, or you were making them depressed, and you see that the spark is gone. And now you're just like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't get married to that person. I'm glad, you know, and this is not to make anyone feel triggered, but it is what it is. This is what I'm getting. But however, you know, that does not mean you can't find anybody else. You can, especially if you are praying for somebody else to come, regardless if you are still in your codependencies where you feel like you need someone, because somebody could be begging, you know. You know, maybe somebody's just addicted to just being close to you. And that probably was claustrophobic, or somebody felt smothered or trapped, or, you know. Okay. Inner work. This card was reversed, but I flipped it over. It says, heal yourself first. You'll attract what you are. Choose partners that want to grow with you. So for some of you, maybe, you know, you were meeting people that were not doing inner work, and it showed, right? It showed because they lack motivation. Maybe they lack drive. Maybe they, you know, didn't work on themselves to the extent that they saw a change. However, you know that change happens in people's own way, right? So I feel like somebody is realizing the inner work that they need to do, or the inner work that needs to be done for them to come out of this funk. Otherwise, they're going to feel trapped. They're going to feel, you know, stuck, and they're going to have to figure out how to balance that. You know, so, you know, I feel like somebody is praying to come out of this, praying for, you know, praying for better situations, connections. Soulmates does not always have to be romantic, but, you know, if they are, you know, maybe you are trying to find somebody that is equally balanced as you, that brings peace. Because you know what it feels like to not be at peace emotionally, spiritually, financially, sexually, mentally, emotionally, physically, you know, where you're just like, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather do this on my own. But then maybe codependencies kick in where you're just like, oh, I just need somebody. I need something. And for some, it could just be like, I just need something to hold, something to rub on. And somebody's just like, nah, I'm cool on that. I'm cool. And then that is causing you to have second thoughts about doing that, where you're just like being more selective. So being selective, maybe choosing opportunities, not taking every opportunity as a missed one, but as a redirection, and then finding your way as you go. Okay, me and my ego, that came out in reverse. It says pride or fear in the way, not contacting you but thinking of you, often replaying over in your mind. So I feel like for some of you, maybe the test was your ego. Maybe it was test of your pride, your lust, your you know, tested yourself. You know, it's you versus you. So for some of you, you not even thinking about anyone. You know, some of you not even thinking about your kids, not even thinking about other people. You focus on you fixing yourself, where you're able to, you know, do whatever you need to do better. But, you know, some of you are not doing the work, or they're not doing the work, and their ego could be taking over them, where they can't even take care of themselves or the children. Core values. This card comes out a lot. It has been coming out almost every reading I've been doing for the last week or two. But maybe somebody is like trying to find their person. They're inspired to find their person. They're looking for a spark, and their person could be anything: work related, finding their job, their career, their person they want to build and grow with. But core values, it says seek partners whose core values align with your own. Meet your tribe at places that interest you. So somebody's probably looking for their spark, that is someone that is on the same path as them, going in the same direction as them. You know, their morals and values are the same. Or someone that has morals and values, or dating better, you know, because you are enough, you know. Sometimes if your self-worth is, you know, you're learning your self-worth, sometimes you can be a little lenient with things that you know you should not be lenient with. And, you know, if that made you feel codependent to, you know, people that don't do the inner work, and you know, whatever, now it's time for you to redirect yourself. And for some of you, if you are going through that inner work, this is just to redirect you to where you're supposed to be headed. And you're like, where am I headed? You'll know when you know. You'll know when you